The marcusjohnhenrybrown.com website is a good place to start. The speakery.co is a good place to kind of like find out stuff about virtual events, virtual formats, virtual speaking, virtual performances. I've lived in both worlds. There's another video of me somewhere which kind of explains me being at the, I think it was one of the things that you picked out, being at this intersection, this like little, not quite in the middle, like an annoying stone in the shoe of both art and commerce. Mm-hmm. It took me a long time to work out that that's exactly where I am.
Yeah.
Having just a basic look at my bookshelf is kind of indicates that that's what I am, because there's one side which is just full of art stuff, and there's the other side which is just full of comms and business stuff.
Yeah.
So, and that's been very helpful for me in a way. I still don't know what kind of artist I want to be or what kind of artist I am. Declaring myself as an artist again after so many years, after it felt like it was an epiphanal moment. This is true. The day I took out creative consultant from LinkedIn and put in performance artist, the entire internet sighed a huge sigh of relief and said, oh, now we get what he's doing. So, and that was it, really. I mean, it was and I had long chats with my wife about doing it, because, you know, in Germany, that creativity is kind of like this really weird, suspect thing. It changed my life. I became immediately more happier. It was such an easy pitch all of a sudden. Okay, what do you do? I'm a performance artist. Oh, really? What kind of work do you do? Yeah, I hack business conferences with performance art. What does that look like? Well, I stand on stage and it looks like a keynote. It feels like a keynote. And the audience thinks that it's a keynote. And then they realize it isn't. You really are onto something now. But the real interesting thing, and it's kind of helped me over, it's not only helped me, it's pushed me and taken me to the next level, is that people started asking me, Marcus, can you show me how to do that? What do you mean? Can you show me how to stand on stage and just like a little bit of that? Mm-hmm. Just like a tiny bit. And so I started doing the speaker training, which has turned into a service now, which is called Speakery. It seems so silly now, but simply by saying at the end of the first one, I'm more than happy to help you in exchange for money. That was another moment where I can get that's the moment where people said, oh, we can book you. We can book you. How much does it cost? And that was a real moment. It's not particularly romantic. I think it's got a lot to do with the fact, you know, how I grew up. My training as an artist as well was very much, what is the role of an artist? Why are we here? Then I lost my way, and then the dark years started, and I put on a suit, became a suit, really didn't like it, opened my own agency, was far too young, completely overwhelmed, battled my way back, ended up in another suit. I can remember the moment when I thought, I have to stop doing this, because I was getting really angry with the people around me, because we were talking about an idea that I'd heard at least 20 times in the last 20 years. And then I realized, I've been doing this for over 20 years and this is not making me happy. Mm. And that's when all of these steps started to get where I am today. The shift to this has been very, very difficult for me as an artist, but super easy for me as Marcus, the speaker trainer. So the physicality of the artist is very important for me, and it's something that I try to teach my mentees, my speaker mentees, that regardless if you're on a stage or if you're on a podcast or if you're on a video call or giving a video presentation, that your energy level has to be, you have to give 20% more of yourself than you're normally prepared to give. So that's kind of like, that's the camera, I call it the stage version of you, or the camera version of you, or the microphone version of you. And that might not necessarily be the version of you that you will normally be prepared to give, because you kind of like, oh, well, I can't really. We're told not to show off. Being a show off, beaten out of us mentally as kids. It's like, stop showing off. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. I found a way of helping people get there, and a lot of it has to do with, I force people to give me their most embarrassing version of what it is they want to do. And at the end they say, Marcus, I can't do any more embarrassing than that. And then, because I record what I do with my mentees, I show them, and they're like, God, that's actually quite good. Because the camera version loves that. The camera loves that version of you. That there is no point in me performing in a gallery. Zero. I don't want to talk to artists. Not interesting. Not interesting. Having impact is a real thing for me. I want people to read my stuff and feel touched in some way and reconsider how they look at the world and maybe what they're doing. I want them to watch a performance and think, wow, I've never thought about that before. Definitely want them to watch a performance and say, I have never seen anything like that before. I published a wiki pack of cards last year, which is the long form poem. The basic idea is that Joseph Blasphemous, actually I have to read it to you because it makes more sense. So this is a wicked pack of cards. There are 13 cards here. It's all based on business, really. The entire thing. Hang on a minute. Let me find the one where, here we go. So this is from card 6, which is called the washing card. Joseph B. was widely considered to be Europe's leading business magician, a new branch of consulting that he himself had invented. He wore a hat, a nice one, a burgundy-coloured hat from Paul Smith. I conjure best when I wear it, he would comment. My best yielding spells happen when my head is beneath it, he would preach. So he's this, the basic idea is, he's a business consultant that doesn't have any new nonsenses that he can sell to his clients. So he discovers paganism and thinks, I'm going to become a business magician. So, and if you look at it, it's categorized as business spells on the back of the book. So these cards are blank. And it's explained at the beginning of the poem in card 0 that it's a riddle. And the cards are blank, and you can only see what's on the cards if you truly believe in Joseph and his wicked pack of cards, and only then. So it's playing around with the LinkedInification and the struggle and the hustletology. The new performance is called Hustletology, and it's a build on this. Card 8 is called the Procurement Moon. In the tower up above the city of Frankfurt am Main, and underneath the glass pyramid with the flashing red light of time, gathered the suits to sing Auld Lang Syne and bring in the new financial year underneath the Procurement Moon. It's playful, it's not snarky. That's kind of, the work before was very dark, sometimes snarky. not never malicious, but it was very much kind of like holding up a mirror in a very, very particular way. So these cards could be shuffled in any way.
Yeah.
But in the mythology of Hustletology, the last card is always card 13. So it's always ends with me meeting my wife. This is breaking news. I'm actually going to take this off of Amazon now. So if the book has been bought, it's been bought. If you've bought this book, you've got the book. It's one of the ones which has been sold. As of I think I'm going to get rid of it tomorrow. As of tomorrow, it's not available anymore because I'm self-printing. I'm not going over Amazon. I'm printing it myself. I want to do a limited edition, really nice quality. I want to give some money back to the community here, so local printers, local bookbinders. So I actually really I really enjoyed doing that.